Are you an enigma wrapped in a riddle, even to yourself? Do you feel like a paradox? Deeply empathetic, yet often misunderstood? You might be an INFJ or INFP, two of the rarest and most intriguing personality types. But which one are you really? Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of these two often confused personalities to uncover the 5 huge differences that set them apart. By the end of this video, you'll have a crystal clear understanding of what makes INFJs and INFPs unique. And you might just discover something profound about yourself in the process. So, whether you're on a journey of self-discovery or simply fascinated by the complexities of human nature, stick around. This is one personality deep dive you won't want to miss. Before we start, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe so you won't miss any of our weekly deep dives into the world of personality types. And if you are unsure if you are an INFJ or INFP, click the link in the comments to take our favorite free personality test. Now let's dive into our first difference. Difference number 1, the cognitive function tango. First up, we need to talk about cognitive functions. Don't worry if that sounds like psychobabble. I promise to make it crystal clear. INFJs and INFPs might share 3 letters, but their inner workings are completely different. INFJs lead with introverted intuition, followed by extroverted feeling. INFPs, on the other hand, lead with introverted feeling, followed by extroverted intuition. What does this mean in practice? INFJs are like visionaries with a heart. They're constantly piecing together patterns and insights about the world. That's the introverted intuition at work, while also being highly attuned to the emotions and needs of those around them. Hello, extroverted feeling. They're the ones who seem to have an almost psychic ability to understand what's really going on beneath the surface. INFPs, however, are more like internal emotional compasses with a wild imagination. Their introverted feeling gives them a deep, personal well of values and feelings that guide their every decision. Pair that with introverted intuition, and you've got someone who sees endless possibilities in the world and isn't afraid to dream big. In essence, INFJs are focused on understanding and shaping the external world, while INFPs are more concerned with understanding and staying true to their inner world. Difference number 2. The decision-making dilemma. This brings us to our second major difference, how these types make decisions. INFJs, with their extroverted feeling, tend to make decisions based on how they will affect others. They're natural harmonizers, always considering the group dynamic and striving for outcomes that will benefit everyone involved. This doesn't mean they're pushovers, far from it. But they do have a knack for finding solutions that keep the peace and make everyone feel heard. INFPs, guided by their introverted feeling, make decisions based on their personal values and what feels authentic to them. They're less concerned with group harmony and more focused on staying true to themselves. This can sometimes make them appear stubborn or even selfish to others, but to an INFP, being genuine is paramount. Here's a scenario to illustrate. Imagine a group of friends trying to decide on a restaurant for dinner. An INFJ might suggest, "How about that new fusion place? I hear it has options for everyone's dietary needs, and the atmosphere is great for conversation." An INFP might say, "I'd prefer the cozy vegan cafe. It aligns with my values, and I always feel inspired when I'm there." Difference number 3. The empathy equation. Both INFJs and INFPs are known for their empathy, but they express and experience it in vastly different ways. INFJs, with their extroverted feeling, have what we might call absorptive empathy. They're like emotional sponges, soaking up the feelings of those around them. This can be both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, it allows INFJs to deeply understand and connect with others. On the other hand, it can be overwhelming, leading to emotional burnout if they're not careful. INFPs, with their introverted feeling, have what we could call resonant empathy. They don't absorb others' emotions directly, but they have an uncanny ability to put themselves in someone else's shoes. They draw on their own deep well of emotions to understand and relate to others' experiences. This allows them to be incredibly supportive friends and partners, but they're less likely to be overwhelmed by others' emotions. To put it another way, an INFJ might walk into a room and immediately sense the emotional atmosphere, adjusting their behavior accordingly. An INFP might not pick up on the room's vibe immediately, but once they understand someone's situation, they'll deeply relate to it through their own emotional experiences. Difference number 4. The Idealism Spectrum. Both INFJs and INFPs are idealists at heart, but they channel this idealism in different ways. INFJs are often called the advocates. They have a vision of how the world could be and feel a strong drive to make that vision a reality. Their idealism is externally focused. They want to change the world, to make it a better place for everyone. This can lead them to careers in counseling, teaching, or activism. INFPs, often referred to as the mediators, have a more internally focused idealism. They believe in the inherent goodness of people and the importance of staying true to one's authentic self. Their idealism often manifests in creative pursuits, writing, art, music, as they seek to express their inner world and values. An INFJ might say, "I have a vision for a more just and harmonious society, and I'm determined to work towards it." An INFP might say, "I believe in the power of individual authenticity. If we all stay true to ourselves, the world will naturally become a better place." Difference number 5. The structure situation. Last but certainly not least, we come to how these types deal with structure and planning. INFJs, despite being perceivers, actually have a strong preference for structure and closure. Remember that introverted intuition we talked about earlier? It likes to narrow down possibilities to find the best path forward. INFJs often have clear goals and plans to achieve them. They can be quite organized and may even come across as more J-like than some judging types. INFPs, true to their perceiving nature, prefer to keep their options open. Their extroverted intuition loves to explore possibilities, and they can feel stifled by too much structure or too many plans. They're more likely to go with the flow and adapt to situations as they arise. In practical terms, an INFJ might have a 5-year plan complete with milestones and action steps. An INFP might have a general idea of what they want, but prefer to take life as it comes, adjusting their course as new opportunities or inspirations arise. So there you have it, the 5 huge differences between INFJs and INFPs. From their cognitive functions to their decision-making processes, from their expressions of empathy to their approaches to idealism and structure, these two types are distinct in fascinating ways. But here's the real kicker. Understanding these differences isn't just about categorizing people. It's about gaining insight into ourselves and others. It's about appreciating the beautiful diversity of human cognition and emotion. Whether you're an INFJ, an INFP, or any other type, remember that personality types are tools for understanding, not boxes to limit ourselves. So, which type do you think you are? Or maybe you see aspects of both in yourself. Drop a comment below and let's continue this conversation. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who might be pondering their own personality type. Remember, we believe that understanding personality is the first step to personal growth and better relationships. So keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep growing.